Welcome back to Rapids Reloaded. Unfortunately, today we have another video about a new anti-gun bill that, spoiler alert, will do nothing to prevent the thing it's supposed to stop. But don't worry, it does of course infringe upon law-abiding citizens. This bill is being called the Stop Arming Cartels Act of 2024, also known as H.R. 8427. It was introduced on May 16th, 2024 by a Democrat from Texas. Unfortunately, Texas is no longer pro-gun or pro-America as they used to be. More on that in a minute. The bill will prohibit the importation, sale, manufacturing, transfer, or possession of a .50 caliber rifle. Of course, yet again, the government is exempt from this law. Like a lot of things, such as haircuts during the pandemic, it's rules for thee and not for me if you're the government. Now, if you currently own a .50 cal, there is a grandfather clause that will allow you to keep rifles already owned before the law goes into effect. However, you will have to register them under the National Firearms Act, thus making them the same as a machine gun. They do waive the $200 tax stamp fee, even though they technically don't have the power to do so. Only the IRS can waive that fee. This honestly has the pistol brace registration vibe to it, where they hope a bunch of people will register their weapons with the ATF. We all know at this point that the government is building an illegal database of firearms. This bill does have a few more provisions in it where manufacturers can be sued, and it changes the reporting requirements for multiple gun purchases. Right now, if you buy 2 or more pistols at the same time, the FFL is required to report that to the ATF. The change will add rifles to that requirement as well. Now, all of this bullshit is supposed to reduce the amount of weapons the Mexican drug cartels have access to, because somehow law-abiding American gun owners are responsible for arming the Mexican drug cartels. Other than removing law-abiding citizens' ability to own a common rifle, this does nothing to stop foreign drug cartels from doing whatever illegal things they want. It's not like we don't have an open southern border that the federal government is actively trying to prevent border states from securing, nor has the federal government ever deliberately trafficked firearms to Mexico. Oh, except for Operation Fast and Furious, the Obama-era ATF operation that deliberately allowed at least 2,000 weapons to be illegally bought by straw purchasers for the Mexican drug cartels, most of which were never recovered. These guns have been popping up randomly at crime scenes ever since. Most notably, one of these weapons was used to murder Border Patrol agent Brian Terry. But remember, you and I are the problem, not the government. Now, this bill was introduced by a Texas Democrat and currently has 19 sponsors. All Democrats currently from states you would expect, like California, Illinois, New York, and Massachusetts. Florida was a bit of a surprise, and unfortunately, like I said, it was a Texas politician who introduced the bill. It's well known that with the large infection of morons from California into Texas, the state has been more and more like California with each election. Now, hopefully voters will find someone more pro-America for their federal representatives. Now, as far as local Texas elections are concerned, one man has had enough with his state representative who has repeatedly voted for both anti-American and anti-gun bills. He is so fed up, in fact, that he is begrudgingly running for office. Who is this man who hopes to make a difference? His name is Brandon Herrera, sometimes known as the AK guy. If you're watching my content, then you probably already know who he is and what he stands for. If you don't, the Cliff Note version is he is for the Constitution and the American way of life. Brandon has managed to force a runoff election on May 28th, 2024 against his opponent, Tony Gonzalez. If you live in Texas District 23, which by the way has the most miles of southern border than any other district in the United States, make sure you get out and vote on Tuesday. If you don't live in Texas District 23, you can still help Brandon win against tyranny by visiting brandonherreraforcongress.com where you can get all the latest news on the election and, more importantly, donate to his campaign. He's going up against established, corrupt politicians with deep pockets, and every dollar helps. As a bonus, when you donate, he usually has a raffle you get entered into. The drawing currently is for a chance to meet the man himself and shoot his finally finished AK-50. I mean, Brandon Herrera just spent 8 years developing the first AK-50 BMG rifle ever made, and now a politician from his own state is trying to keep everyday law-abiding citizens from being able to purchase his masterpiece. So, after you check out Brandon's campaign site, head over to your own federal House of Representatives and let them know that you don't support H.R. 8427. You can call them at the number on screen below or look them up online and send them a sternly worded but polite email. That's it for today. Let's get ahead of this bill because one day, once this channel has grown big and strong, I want to be able to make a video for you of me shooting Congressman Herrera's AK-50. If we get that chance, I'll even let you pick what object I take the first shot at. As always, thank you for watching. Check out Brandon's election site, and if you found this video entertaining or at least informative, then hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.